Now, y'all know normally when I have a video to show you guys, I immediately just put it in the very beginning of my video because there ain't no point in beating around the bush. But I'm testing something out because I know that YouTube has a policy where if you say hard curse words too early in your video, they demonetize it, okay? So I'm trying to see how long I have to wait before I can say such hard curse words, right? That being said, I'm going to give you a little review of the video, then I'll play the intro, then I'll show the actual video, okay? So in the video, there's going to be basically like not a Zoom call, but you know, some sort of online meeting, whatever, right? Between a white man and a couple of people of color, okay? Now, this is very important because, you know, you guys like to claim the black and brown coalition, BIPOC, people of color unity. Oh my goodness, those blacks need to just mule for us because we're their only allies, so and so and so. So we're going to see the unity that people of color extend to black people in real time when they encounter this white supremacist, right? So I'll go ahead, I'll play the intro, and then we'll get right into it.
Yo! You know who that is, bro? That's crazy. Yo! Hey, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I fucking love this nigga, bro.
Do you know how much I hate you people? Do you have any idea?
What?
You have any idea at all how much I fucking hate?
Talk to me real quick, so I can
You know,
we love you, so we support you. So talk to us.
I don't want you to support me. I want all of you Puerto Rican niggers to die. I don't want you to support me.
There's a couple things I want to point out here, right? So the first thing I want to point out is that the caption says these guys who are DSing as white supremacists are Arab, Hispanic, Asian, and Indian, right? But that Indian man, he's like in the back. It's hard to see him, right? And I'm telling y'all, I'm squinting real hard, and that looked like a black man. And let me tell you why I said that, right? Now, in no way am I intending for this to be a gender divide or anything. Oh my God, can y'all shut up? Because y'all finna come to the comments, you just saying that because you want to throw the black man under the bus, so and so and so. No. Let me tell you why I said that, right? Now, a lot of Indians have darker skin. That is true, right? I've seen Indians with darker skin than me, right? But you can tell an Indian person is not black based off of two things. One, they have straight hair, right? And two, they don't have black people faces. I say this all the time, right? And I'm usually saying it's, you know, in explanation of a biracial person or whatever not being black, right? Like, y'all will call Ice Spice black, right? Because she's biracial. Apparently one of her parents is black or something, right? But when you look at Ice Spice's face, she doesn't have a black person face. And even if I can't vocalize what that means, y'all know what it means. Like, a white person could go get a tan, right? They could lay in the sun for the next 3 days until they are my color. And nobody would think that they're black because despite the skin color, they don't have a black person's face, right? And again, I say this all the time as it pertains to biracials because you guys are always calling biracial people black. And y'all will say that they're light skinned, right? And I always correct y'all. I'm like, no. I can look at somebody and tell if they're light skinned versus biracial 99% of the time, right? Because light skinned people have black people faces and 99% of biracial people do not. That is the reality, okay? Once in a while, you'll come across one who doesn't. Even then, you know, like, we're not even going to get into that because that's not the point of this video, right? But my point is this, right? Black people's faces look a certain way, whether it's the measurements and dimensions of whatever, and somebody's going to come with some old archaic ass science. Yeah, that's because black people's skulls are shaped like so-and-so because they basically monkey so-and-so. That's not, like, shut the fuck up, right? But this is a fact because there's even differences in the faces of Asians versus Asian Americans, right? And that's because even though they're the same race and you know, Asian Americans are recent immigrants, right? Their, you know, faces are sometimes shaped differently because Asian Americans don't speak Asian languages for real anymore, right? So they use different facial muscles, and because of that, their faces might look slightly different. And that's with people who are like directly related, like they parents and grandparents was Asian, right? So of course people of different races are going to have different facial features. Like, come on now, right? And I'm saying all that to say this, right? Dark skin doesn't necessarily make a black person. Like I said, there are a lot of Indians who are darker than me, right? And that man who they claiming is Indian, he's kind of far back, but like looking at his facial measurements, from what I see, that kind of looked like a black face. Y'all tell me what y'all think, though. Now, I'm not going to pass any judgments off of the assumption that that guy in the back is black. Because, like I said, I can't see him well enough. One thing about me, baby, y'all know I can't see, okay? But, I just thought I would point that out because his face definitely look a little from them shadows. But anyway, I'm going to move along to the facts, right? No more speculation. Now, first of all, I think that this is a very odd friendship. Like, I can't understand this friendship dynamic. First of all, only one of them, the dude in the front on the left who said the N-word, right? He the only one that really look white, right? The other ones, like, clearly don't look white. Now, one of them has, like, lighter skin, but he don't quite look white, right? Like, so none of y'all are white, yet somehow y'all, like, common interest is white supremacy. Like it's honestly, it's kind of confusing to me. Like, you know, you have a group of friends who they're all interested in something. They talk about it. Like me and my friends, baby, we've been discussing Ginny and Georgia. Hold up now, I'm only on episode 7 of season 3, but ooh, late when I tell you it's ooh. And I would just like to say, side note, this is not a spoiler for season 3. This is a spoiler for season 2, though. Okay, if you're planning to watch the show, you haven't watched season 2, you might want to fast forward a little, right? I'm confused because why the fuck did Georgia kill Tom? Like, bitch, you were in the clear. The PI couldn't pin anything on you. Yet you just went and killed Tom because you ain't had nothing else to do. Like, that was dumb. I would have preferred for the writers to somehow get it so that the PI could pin something on her rather than her kill Tom, and that's why she go to trial. Like, that shit was just dumb. But whatever. My point is, me and my friends, we've been watching Ginny and Georgia. We've been like, oh, like, what episode is y'all on? Like, oh my goodness, like, good shit late, right? Like, that's a common interest that we have. We get together, we talk about that. You know, if we had the time, we might get together and watch it together, right? And you telling me that, like, your friend group, y'all get together and y'all just be like, yeah, white supremacy, like, let's get on white supremacist video calls. Like, really? That's strange. Even if it's a group of white friends, that's fucking weird. And then it's even fucking weirder when the group of friends isn't even white, because it's like, what? Like, then my next question is this. As a non-white person, why would you be dick sucking a white supremacist? Like, now don't get me wrong. I get that y'all hate black folks. I get that, right? So I guess y'all are on some, like, oh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit. I guess y'all are like, oh, well, we all hate black people. Let's just call it a friendship, right? But it's like, they also hate you, though. Like, they also hate you. They don't just hate black people, right? But, I mean, I guess hating black people is more important to you than, you know, your friend liking you, right? So your friend can hate you, too, as long as they also hate black people. And you know what? Something I say all the time is that sometimes you need something to really put things into perspective for you. Because I don't think that the average black person understands how much non-black people hate us, right? But then you see something like this where they are willing to sit there and get spit on by a white supremacist just because white supremacists also hate black people. Like, you willing to deal with the person hating you just because they also hate black people? Like, that's actually kind of deep. Now, I have to take a moment out here to make a little point, because, you know, I always got to sprinkle in a little I told you so. Like, come on now. Like, would I be Flower Tower if I didn't, right? Let's observe how the white supremacist, first of all, that man is oogly. Oh, and I'm not just saying that to make a point. Like, I'm not, you know, like, it's not that, right? That man is toe up from the float up, make me want to throw up. Oh, that's an ugly motherfucker. But you know what? Something my brother said the other day. Yo, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked, but I got to throw this in real quick, right? Something my brother said the other day. I had sent him a picture of this white girl. This bitch was so ugly. I literally said, wow, like, she looks like a Cro-Magnon or something. Like, some sort of, like, prehistoric form of human or something. I was like, wow, this is an ugly ass bitch. Like, oh my goodness, right? And I sent the picture to my siblings group chat, like, damn, this bitch is ugly. And it wasn't even about her being white. That's just me. If I see an ugly motherfucker, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker look like ass. Like, that's just me. I'm sorry, right? And then my brother said, you know, I gotta hand it to white people. They have done a great job with the, you know, the propaganda. Propaganda is not the word he used, because that's not the correct word, right? But he said the average white woman looks like that, but they have done an amazing job convincing the world that they are the standard of beauty. And I was like, that is a good point. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think the average white woman look like that. Like, oh, that was a nasty bitch. I'm sorry. But realistically, I mean, maybe I'm biased because I'm black. I think black women are the most beautiful in the world. And even if that's not the case, right? I think that there are beautiful people of all backgrounds. There's attractive people and unattractive people of all backgrounds, right? So the fact that white people have managed to convince everybody that they have the best features, like white people will talk about me because my lips are big and their lips are disgusting, right? But that's this, you know, this propaganda that they're pushing, right? They've managed to convince people that beautiful features are ugly just because they're black features, and ugly ass features are good just because they're white ones. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, look, I give credit where credit is due. White folks got some mind manipulation powers. But let me get back on topic, right? I want to point out how that ugly man, right? He called them Puerto Rican niggers, right? And I'm laughing because a lot of y'all, right? I'll make a YouTube video saying, oh, biracials are not black or whatever, right? And y'all will say, oh, but I've been called the N-word, so I'm black. Okay, well, this group of non-black people just got called the N-word. Are they black now? Golly gee willikers. I guess that's a thinker, huh? According to you all, okay, the determination of whether a person is black or not is if they've been called the N-word, or if they grew up poor, or if white people are racist to them, or whatever, right? So since this white man just called this group of non-black men Puerto Rican niggers, well, I guess they're suddenly black, right? I guess they're black now, right? And I hope you all realize how ignorant and stupid you all look when you reduce the beauty that is blackness to some dumbass shit like that, right? You ignore all of the beauty and splendor and magic of blackness and say, yeah, forget about all that. What makes you black is if a ugly ass white motherfucker calls you the N-word. Like, what? It's crazy to me because I will sit there and I will tell a non-black person, right, oh, you're not black. And they'll say, well, you shut your black ass up. You don't have any say in who's black or not. White people told me I'm black, therefore I am black. Yeah, like this group of non-black men, right? I will sit there and I tell them you're not black, and y'all black asses will be defending them. Oh, well, a white person called them the N-word, therefore they're just as black as you and me. They may have a little less melanin and be a little less black, but they're still black because a white person called them the N-word. And y'all don't realize how like mentally unsound that is. Like, y'all don't realize how crazy y'all look. One thing I will tell y'all about white people, they got some mind-bending manipulation powers. In fact, oh my goodness, y'all, I was having a conversation the other day. It was me and two other women. Mind you, these women were way older than me, right? Now, one of the women was black, right? Like, dark-skinned, unambiguously black. The other woman, looking at her, like, in passing, you would say, oh, she's black, but we gonna get into, okay, hold up, right? So, we're having this conversation, and the woman, what am I going to call them to make this story clear, right? The woman who didn't look as black as the other two of us, right? We'll call her blackish, the blackish woman, right? She was telling a story about how she worked in, I can't think of the word, child endangerment. That's not what it's called though, right? For like 20 years, right? So she was talking about the stuff that she saw, the stuff that she dealt with these kids who were, you know, being abused and stuff, like horrific stuff, right? And she made a comment at one point. She said, yeah, those white people do some crazy shit to their kids. Mind you, she said this unprovoked. I didn't say nothing. She brought that up herself, right? Now, later on, she talks about this one little white girl who, you know, she was her caseworker or whatever, right? And she said, this white girl, she always had a boyfriend, right? The boyfriend was always black. And then he would always end up going to jail for rape. Like, literally every single time, right? Now, this is the same woman. This is the same woman who said white people do some wild shit to their kids, right? And then this is also the same woman who was blackish. Like I said, if you look at her quick, she looked black, but we'll get into that in a second, right? So I said, if I had a black son, I'd tell him, you don't need to be dating no white girls because stories like this are too commonplace, right? Look, I say this all the time on YouTube. One thing about white girls, they will accuse a black boy, a black man of raping them, whatever. And I'm not mad at them bitches. I'm not mad at them at all. Something I've said before is y'all are easy to use. Y'all are easy to manipulate. Y'all worshiping of white women makes y'all like vulnerable. It makes y'all easy to pick off. So I'm not mad at nobody for taking advantage of that, right? But let's get back to this conversation. So I said, yeah, if I had a black son, I would not let him be dating no white girls because come on now, right? So then the other black lady, she said, yeah, I told my sons, if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home. I think she said both of her sons, you know, like, don't date no white girls, so and so and so, right? Then the blackish woman, she said, well, I can't say that because, you know, my family is all mixed. So that's when I looked at her again. I was like, I could see her having like a white grandparent or something because she definitely didn't look as black as me and the other lady. And then when she said that, because she didn't look biracial. No. And that's what I tell y'all all the time because y'all be like, oh, would you consider a person with a black parent and a biracial parent black? And it's like, well, no, because one, you have a white grandparent. No way you had white folks at your Christmas gatherings and you black like me. Let's be very clear about that, right? But then also, y'all even look less black. Like, y'all look mostly black. Y'all don't look like biracials. But if you sit y'all next to people with 2 black parents, you clearly stick out. So anyway, push forward with the conversation, right? So I forget what somebody says to prompt this, right? But then the blackish woman, she said, you know, it's wild because the white girl wasn't even pretty, right? I laughed and I was like, she don't gotta be pretty. Black men worship whiteness, period. A white bitch can be ugly as sin, and there's still going to be a line of black men lined up to, you know, date her. Because, again, y'all, and this gets me back to my point, white people have done a damn good job of the propaganda against blackness that they push, bro. A white bitch can be ugly as hell, but black men will be lined up knocking down doors to get with her, right? And then if a black woman simply says like, damn, that bitch is ugly, y'all are gonna be like, you just jealous of that white quaint. Jealous of what? The bitch is ugly. But again, this is the extent of the brainwashing that black people have gone through. And white people have done a damn good job of it. The fact that this ugly ass white man, this white supremacist man, is sitting here talking down to anybody, looking the way that he look. Oh, baby, he look bad. He look nasty. He look like he smell a little mildewy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. But again, that goes to show you white people got some seriously, like, real propaganda powers.